Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another war song lesson with your friend Michael Winkelman, author of Sing Your War Song Christian. Today's lesson is found in the principle of victory, in the victory that we have in Christ as followers of Him. And the lesson is this: victory is found in spiritual discipline. However, spiritual discipline is the moment-by-moment submission of our lives into the hands of our faithful Creator. And we're going to go to Joshua chapter 1, verses 7 through 9. This is the English Standard Version. Only be strong and very courageous, being careful to do according to all the law that Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So here's the Lord commanding Joshua before Joshua is called to go into the promised land and conquer it according to God's will. And this is God kind of laying out the mission and laying out how Joshua is to do it. And the Lord tells Joshua, remain steadfast in my law and my decrees and what I have deemed as good and right and true. Stay on the straight and narrow path. Do not wander to the left or right, but remain steadfast in that discipline. And as long as you proceed on that narrow pathway, you will be prosperous. But notice how the Lord ends that call and that command. He says, have I not commanded you? Therefore be strong and courageous. This is the sovereign Lord, the great I am, the self-existent creator of all existence, saying, Joshua, I am the one that's commanding you. Trust in me. You can trust in my word. You can trust in my promise. And this is the covering of God's grace. This is how we can maintain our spiritual discipline. We must be found in Christ, for in Christ we find the grace of the Father. In Christ we are born again, and we are led by His Spirit, the third person of the triune God who indwells us and leads us in the way. And it's by His prompting, by His loving care, by His intimacy and companionship with each day that we can be led in spiritual discipline. He prompts us, He calls out. We must simply submit. We must submit to His sovereignty. We must submit to His lordship over our lives in the daily struggle. And when we submit to the Spirit, He leads us in strength according to the riches of the Father's grace. And we walk in victory. No matter what becomes of us, no matter what may confront us, no matter the opposition, we are covered in Christ's eternal victory, and He calls us to His good purpose, and we can have faith in that promise, and we can live in that victory, in that covering of peace, when we submit our lives moment by moment. Spiritual discipline results in victory, but we must submit our lives with each moment to maintain that spiritual discipline. This is our war song lesson. Remember to be deliberate. Be deliberate in your watchfulness, vigilant. This is part of discipline. Know your weaknesses, know what your flesh craves, and then relentlessly pursue the Spirit in formulating tactics and strategies to confront those temptations, to submit to the Spirit instantaneously, that He would grab hold of you and He would conquer your flesh and you would live in victory. Sing your war song, Christian. Watch and pray.